I heard that the one of the first albums you bought was Peace of Mind by Iron Maiden, and of course, one of the biggest news this week was that Nico is stepping down from touring with Iron Maiden. I wonder, do you have like a special memories with Nico? Maybe you played together, maybe you had a chance to meet, to talk, to chat.
Yeah, I remember in the 90s when they did the X Factor albums with the Blaze Bailey. I remember I met him in a rock bar in Stockholm once, and I had to share a beer with him. And also once we opened up for Iron Maiden with Opeth in at Ullevi in Gothenburg, big arena, maybe eight years ago. And I remember Nick was standing on our stage and watching Martin, our previous drummer, Martin Axelrod. He was standing on the side. So I have a picture of him looking at Martin when he plays drums. And of course, Martin thought I was super cool because I love Nico's drumming and because he's a very unique drummer and a very huge part of Iron Maiden sound. And, when I bought that album when I was a kid, Peace of Mind, it was mind-blowing listening to that, I love that album still, and it's kind of sad that he steps away. It also, he's like a guy you always counted on. He will never stop, but everything has an end, I guess. And but I think he's still going to be involved in the band, but not live. But it's kind of sad, I think.
Yeah.
But also, he's done so many great things, so you should just celebrate him and everything like that.
Mhm. Yeah, and Opeth is one of the bands that really blended death metal and progressive rock. And you started with Iron Maiden, which is quite progressive. But I wonder, when you were a kid, a teenager, what was first for you? Did you first start listening death metal or classic prog rock?
Oh, I started listening to like classic hard rock metal, like new wave of British metal, and like Dio, early Ozzy Osbourne, and then eventually Rainbow with Dio and Saxon Maiden, Priest, of course. Judas Priest is a lot too. And then Metallica came, and of course I listened to them and Slayer. And then I was into more proggy stuff like Rush at an early age, and also a band with Alan Holdsworth called Tempest.
Mhm.
Some of the older rock dudes, a guitarist that taught me a lot of stuff. He gave me a tape. Roger was his name. He's not with us anymore. He introduced me to a lot of stuff, including this band Tempest, which is a great rock band. If you haven't heard it, they did one album with Alan, and it's more like progressive hard rock, but great solos. He plays more aggressive. You can definitely tell that Eddie Van Halen, for instance, got a lot of influences from him. But I was also very much into the Guitar Hero stuff, like Eddie Van Halen, Yngwie Malmsteen, the Shrapnel era with all the shredders, but also Jeff Beck and guys like that, Pink Floyd. But later on, I listened more to some of the extreme metal. But the only like black metal band I listened to back in the day was Emperor. I like those.
Yeah, amazing band. I love them.
Yeah, yeah.
And what are
And
your
I was
favorite?
lucky. Sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt, but I was lucky enough to play on Ishan's solo album. Maybe you know
Mm. Hmm.
a few albums back.